Hello, welcome to Penen Services. My name's Paul. These are our premises in Moretonhamstead on Dartmoor. Just to give you a little bit of idea of the sort of equipment we do, anything from ride-on brush cutters. That machine will take out inch saplings, clear brambles, nettles, the whole 9 yards. Oversized lawnmower, you've got a big garden, something that needs looking after, very comfortable, very fit for purpose. Go up to the subcompact tractors, paddocks, nice steady stuff. The slightly bigger boy is bigger brother, very good for flailing, anything that you might need to do with paddocks and slightly larger, right through to loader tractors. So these are the Branson TYM range, and then also up to proper farm tractors. So these are some of our specialist tractors. Antonio Carrera, Italian, built for very extreme conditions, steep slopes, steep declines, awkward terrain, very wide tyres, very sure-footed, low centre of gravity. This particular model, 54 horsepower with a full cab on it, air-conditioned cab. Does the return, does the reverse seating position, as is this one set up now. This one's a 38 horsepower tractor. What this does, it allows you to cut before you drive over it. You can see exactly what you're cutting, the perfect machine for flailing in challenging conditions. When you finish that forward operation and you decide you want to tow with it or rake with it or do something that would use a conventional configuration of tractor, it's very simple. 2 pedals up, undo the lock on the seat, fold the seat, rotate the whole driving position. As you relocate the seat, the lock-in pin then tells the electronics within the machine that you're now going that way and the steering works in the conventional manner. Excellent machines, well worth coming and have a look. Hi, I'm Paul from Penen Services. Welcome into the showroom with the smaller equipment. So we've got here a manufacturer called Harry. They're built with Lonsin engines. They've got steel decks. They're built as a sensibly priced domestic mower. This one, including the VAT, is £280 for an 18-inch cut. The Lonsin engine on it, Lonsin actually make engines for Honda under contract, so you know you've got a good power unit driving it. This is its slightly bigger brother. Selection of speeds, so 1 to 4 speeds, self-powered mower. Next one up, again, these are all petrol mowers. The Massport, really good manufacturer, solid, been going for a lot of years, actually built in New Zealand, really good quality motors. This again has got a Lonsin engine, 160cc, with a heavy duty roller on the back. For those that like the lines, this will give you the perfect finish, down to an inch cut. Again, self-driving, top spec, aluminium deck, so no rust or rotting out problems. Next one up, the Massport wide cut, an exceptionally heavy duty domestic mower, or in the realms of a commercial duty mower. Again, aluminium deck, so even though it's a big mower, 21-inch deck, it's not over heavy, it's not over clumsy, and it also comes with a wash point on the deck, so you can clear the deck when you finish the mowing. You're not leaving it sit there to fester and damage the machine. That's on a Briggs & Stratton engine, really good solid piece of kit. Up to the full-blown contractor's machine. This has got a BBC, so a blade brake clutch, easy for you to say. 21-inch cut on it again all aluminium deck. Again, it's got the wash point on it whatsoever. And to the little star of the show, the best way to cut the lawn from the pub. The robot mower, the Cress RTK system is the best thing out there. Sat on Dartmoor, a lot of the satellite mowers on their own just don't function. If the satellite's too low in the sky, they go under a tree, all sorts of reasons that the standard satellite mowers won't necessarily function up here. The RTK system takes a ground antennae, which is placed on our dealership. That puts a signal which also connects with satellites, also has a phone chip in it. Amongst all these three items, if it's got two of the three, it'll quite happily function. I come out and I'll survey the site to make sure we've got the proper signal, and it will pick it up before we even look at sizing, pricing or anything else. I don't charge for any site visits, more than happy to do it. I need to be comfortable before selling any product that that product is fit for purpose and will do what the customer requires it to do. It's what you want to achieve, not what you think the machine might do. RTK Crest robot mower, this is the way forward. Hello, welcome to Penen Services. Paul again. We're back in the showroom, just talking about some of the other equipment that we do. Starting with one of the biggest petrol generators that we carry, 7.5 kilowatt starting power, 6.5 kilowatt constant running. This in conjunction with a solar system that we do, this will quite happily run a cottage, a small house, off-grid, completely off-grid, married up. Capable of carrying heavy power tools, so you've got either the 30 amp or the two 13 amp sockets. Also, you can charge your mobile phone. It's pure sine waves, it's an inverter generator, so perfectly safe with smartphones, things that need to be a careful power supply. Very capable piece. Moving down to the next one, we've got a 2-litre suitcase generator. Perfect thing for a little bit of camping, backing up the caravan. Again, whisper generator, so nice and quiet, very low decibel count. Very, very capable bit of kit, and will produce 2 kilowatts. Its bigger brother, a machine like this will quite happily run food outlets like hot dog vans, thing like that. 3.5 kilowatts, so again, it's a whisper generator, so it's nice and quiet. Lonsin made, solid, powerful, but very sensibly priced for the sort of machine it is. Lonsin again, we do the water pumps. This water pump, if you had a pond you need clearing, for instance, or floods, hasten to say that we do unfortunately keep getting them. This little puppy, that'll produce 45,000 litres a minute, which is a huge volume for it to be shifting, and again at a really sensible price. This is more of a clear water pump, so if you know you've got no particular hazards in there, no lumps, bumps or whatever, again that's just over, that's £240 including the VAT. Very capable piece of machinery. We're doing a range of pressure washers, Karcher, that's the whole little kit and caboodle, including the hose, the nozzle, the patio cleaner, selection of different nozzles depending on the type of use you're using, cleaning your deck, whatever. The whole thing for £150, damn good value for money. AVA used to manufacture for Karcher. Karcher then moved their production out to China. AVA are based in Scandinavia, now produce their own range from their manufacturing facility in Scandinavia. Again, very capable pieces of kit with patio cleaners, deck cleaners. They're retractable handles, so they pack down nicely for storage. And again, very sensibly priced. Well worth a look. And at the top, little baby water pump. So get a bit of a problem with a boat or again pond, small pond, emptying a swimming pool. That'll actually deliver 8,000 litres an hour. So very capable pump. That's just an array of some of the pumps and generators that we do from that Lonsin range. We also specialise as our main brand for chainsaws, strimmers, handheld power tools, from the contracting level, right from arborators to your general garden people. The Echo range is where we focus on. I'll go through that shortly. Hello, it's Paul from Penen Services. We're in the showroom again. Just to run through some of the Echo electric tools we do. There's two levels of Echo electric tools. There's the 40 volt domestic plus garden range. This gives you the ability to use one battery from anything from a blower to a chainsaw to a hedge trimmer to a strimmer. They also, within the range, do extended pole saws, which will do for pruning trees, or an extended hedge trimmer, which will top off the tops of your hedges. The beauty with the 40 volt range, it's a little bit over and above what most of the opposition do. Most of the opposition is a 20 volt range. This 40 volt range gives you a far gutsier cut and also longer running times. On the chainsaw, with a 4 amp hour battery, that will give you a running time of 40 minutes. That's 40 minutes constant running. So if you're stop starting, that's probably an hour and a half's work of logging. So very capable bit of kit. 12-inch saw. I've buried one actually right up to 12-inch, and it's still gone through. Actually no different than a petrol saw would, of the same sort of size and quality. That's the 40 volt range, which is a garden range. Fairly robust bit of kit. What you've got to remember with any of their battery equipment, when you either buy the batteries and the charger, that's fuel for life. So people have a perception that the batteries are expensive. If you gauge that over the amount of fuel you buy over a 5, 6, 8, 10 year period, all of a sudden those batteries aren't so expensive. And the ease of, you can just plug them in, you don't have to drive all the way out to find a petrol station to refuel. So onto the 60 volt range. 60 volt range is really where the professional or the heavy user starts. Anything with an X on in the Echo range is classed as a professional. This will take the 60 volt battery in the same way that you can have a top handle saw, very lightweight, the sort of thing that professional tree surgeons are using. The same battery for the 60 volt. Again, this is classed as a professional tool and will give excellent performance. This is again the 60 volt, one of the latest tools to come out from Echo, and it's a trimmer rather than a strimmer. The advantage of this, it cuts like a hedge trimmer, so the blades go backwards and forwards. What it doesn't do, it doesn't throw the cuttings everywhere. The cuttings stay where you cut. One of the problems with strimming, as you strim, you've then got to tidy up after yourself. This is getting very popular with holiday parks, glamping sites, trying to keep the grass off the paths and not let the grass get involved with the gravel, etc. Very, very professional bit of kit. Interesting to use. Moving on to the petrol. So we do a range of the petrol equipment. Again, from the domestic saws right up to the professional 2 foot or 600 mil bar saws. Professional cut. The top handle saw as well. Probably the most popular saw we trade to tree surgeons. Again, nice and lightweight, narrow bar, very good to get in the awkward positions, and for its power and weight, very light. I once asked a tree surgeon, what is it with the Echo? What is it you guys like about it? He said it's the only saw you can drop out of a tree, pick it up and it'll still work. With that, I think it's good enough for me. We carry the whole range of saws, various sizes, along with the hedge trimmers. So again, petrol hedge trimmers. Petrol still seen by some people the right way to do it. Moving on, we've got long reach hedge trimmers, short reach hedge trimmers, and pole saws. We've sold 4 of these to the National Trust just this year. Just allow you to they can virtually touch the rafters in this building. A very competent saw, again, professional grade, it's got the X-bar on it. We also carry a range of the multi-tool. So again, professional range, but for someone who has a compact and a small amount of space to travel his kit, you've got one of each in one power unit. And now this is the rock oils that we do. So everything from gear oil to 4-stroke oil, 2-stroke oil, chain oil, and we do them in a variety of sizes, anything from the 1 litre containers through to the 20-gallon drums. We do that again, the tractor oil, so it would be compact tractor or full-size tractor. We do chain lube and cleaners, so carb cleaner, a soluble cleaner, so if you wanted to clean the muck off your chainsaw, that's perfect for cleaning all those awkward to get bits out. Spray it in, it'll flush it all out without doing any damage to the saw. Rock oil, really good product, known well within not only the racing trade but well within the agricultural industry for being a really good high quality product. British oil again, which is always nice to be using a British product. A full stock, and if we don't have it, we can usually get it within the following day if it's a specialist oil you need specifically. But rock oil at a sensible price. Hello, so moving away from the oils, we're now looking at, if you're using oils, you need tools to use the oils with. We're now a Sealy distributor, wholesaler, so we carry anything from screwdriver sets to different sizes of full spanner sets, mechanic sets, springs, clips, heat guns, starter packs. We also carry tubes of grease, Allen keys, fencing tools, knives, open-ended spanners, and pretty much if there's anything in the Sealy kits that you're looking for, we can get that usually generally within the following day, subject to the time it's ordered. Really good quality kit at a very sensible price. Hello, welcome to the yard at Penen Services. I'm Paul. We're talking about TGB blade quads, 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive options. They also come with a locking front differential, extremely rare in the quad marketplace. This is a out of the box machine, standard as they come. You've got racks front and rear. You've also got the bull bar at the front. Again, while we're on the front edge, comes standard with a winch fitted. No extra charge, it's already on there. The switch gear is mounted on the handlebars, so it's easy to see, straightforward there. As I say, fully homologated at the box, so it's fully road legal. It's not had a kit put on it. It doesn't need a kit put on it, it's proper road legal. The only extra to this bike is we've added a backrest. Generally they come just as the racks. In terms of its operation, it's a CVT fully automatic gearbox. So you've got low, high, neutral and reverse. Very, very easy to ride. This comes with 2 levels of power steering. So for instance, road work, you don't want the power steering too strong. It makes it very twitchy when you're hitting potholes, lumps, bumps at any sort of speed. When you're off-road, you're picking up stock, you're towing a trailer, you want a bit more accuracy on narrow gates, then you can easily reset the power steering to the highest level, so it's really, really light to use. So smaller, lightweight people will find this a joy to run. It's got some of the features. You can lock the steering, so it's got a separate key to lock the steering. You've also got a little power takeoff if you want to charge your phone, use a light off it, anything you might want to use. 2 little lockable pouches on the front. If you're carrying phones, cameras, they're waterproof as well. A knife, bit of baler twine. It's always important on a farm quad. Very capable machine. This is actually our demonstrator, so you'd be more than welcome to give it a go if you want to try it, see how they go on. Moving on, this is its slightly bigger brother. This is the 600. They're both EPS, so they're fuel injected, there's no carbs, nothing for the fuel to sit around in it. This one comes, again, this is straight out of the box. You've got the cow bars right the way around, you've got the rack at the front, again you've got a power winch on it, operated off the button on the handlebars, again all standard price. Got a steel tipping back on it with the sides that fold out either sideways or to the rear, so if you're moving, tipping some stones, some logs, anything you might, space for the dogs, whatever might fit. This actually will carry 200 kilos in the box, a huge amount of weight. They're both capable of towing 850 kilograms, so they're both really strong workhorses. The only subtle differences between the two, that's fully independent suspension with radius arms that go off a middle back actor. On this one you've got a rigid back axle with independent suspension, so a little bit more flexibility off-road, possibly a little bit better. Some people prefer the rigid axle for towing. There is 2 or 3 models above this. Without going too much into detail, there's a couple of little sports, well, they're not so little, 600 sports model. There's also 1000cc, pretty much in that sort of elk. 1000cc due into stock next week. We'll do a top-up video on that when it lands. Very, very capable bit of machine. Do a day's work. Also could be a good bit of fun for something with a very high performance. So the TGB comes with 5-year warranty. This is a limited warranty that I can discuss at a point when you want to view the machines. At this moment in time, they're working in conjunction with NFU for a promotion. Part of that promotion is interest-free finance on the whole range. So £1,000 down plus the VAT, and then payments with no interest on as you go through the term. Terms and conditions, the way these figures run, but just ask for Paul, I'll run through them with you. You're more than welcome to come and give the machine a try. Very capable, you will not be disappointed, very much fit for purpose. Hi, so Paul again from Penen Services. We've just talked about the quads that we have for sale. You've ordered your quad. You're now thinking about the safety aspect of how we're operating your quad. First and foremost, every quad rider should be having a helmet on, especially if they're on the road. In fact, really all the time. Unfortunately, your head's the easiest thing to get damaged and the most things do you harm. We also, quad theft at the moment is really rife. So we do an extremely heavy selection of chains, ground anchors, and if you need to be moving your quad, you might not have ramps for your trailer, do a selection of ramps that go with it. Heavy duty enough to load any of the quads that we sell, from the 520 that we talked about through to the bigger 1000cc quad. So they would be excellent accessories once you've got your quad bought and you need to be safe. Oxford also do a huge array of jackets, gloves, battery chargers, trickle chargers, a huge array of equipment. Anything that Oxford sell, we're a full Oxford dealer, so we can get that generally the following day. Oxford, proper good quality kit, British company, been around for years, very well respected. Hello, Paul from Penen Services. One of the main aspects of the business is utility vehicles. Now these could be for the private individual, for someone who might have their own nice little estate. Holiday parks use them, golf courses use them. A utility vehicle, different than a golf buggy quite considerably. A golf buggy will only have brakes and suspension on the rear axle, where a utility buggy has brakes and suspension all the way around. A golf buggy will only carry a very light load, where something like this will carry 200 kilos on its back, it'll tow 350 kilos and it's fully electric, 0 emissions. So in terms of charging it and maintaining it, it is simply pull a plug out, charge it up overnight. One overnight charge will give you enough for 4 hours constant running. Now in terms of getting around the park, it's probably going to do 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Probably only needs charging once or at best twice a week. We've put them out to deer parks before, where they want to go out and feed the herd quietly. We've even put them out to wetland trusts where they don't want to disturb the birds. Very light footprint. This particular model, this is a club car carryall, has a fully aluminium chassis, has a wide footprint, and it's also on turf tyres so it doesn't make a mess. The electric motor allows the power to come in gently, so there's no snatching. It's a very smooth delivery of power. This is just one of the types of vehicles we do. We also do Cushman and Easy Go in terms of golf buggies and other utility vehicles. We do 4-wheel drive utility vehicles, at which point I'll move on to. The beauty and the advantage of this could be used by the groundworks crews for clearing up, doing the gardening aspect. So just to highlight that, I've kindly put a bowl of flowers in there. You have a tipping back, so you can get rid of whatever you're tipping. This particular one, again, it's all aluminium body, all aluminium chassis, so you've got a very light footprint. Battery's very easy to look after. This particular one has lead acid with a watering system, so it's 1 point, a couple of pumps a month, and that's all the maintenance it needs. The advantages of electric over petrol is just that, the maintenance aspect is really low. Advice on these, the best thing is to do is ask. We'll try and determine what your usage is before we start speccing, pricing or doing anything there is. Again, more than happy to come and do a site visit to make sure we've specced and we're looking at the right machine for the vehicle. And also, this type of vehicle could also take a 4-seat conversion. So you can have a vehicle that you've got rear facing seats or drops into a load tray out of the same machine. In the summer, you'd want plenty of air. In the winter, the screen simply flaps up and you've got some weather protection. We can also fit rear screens, so if you've got obviously a tailwind and the wind behind you, you've got some weather protection. Really easy to use, 2 pedals, stop and go, literally. Sensibly priced, and again, price on application, because we need to determine the size and the machine usage for what you need the machine to achieve for yourself on site. Hello, Paul from Penen Services. Just taking you around the array of tuk-tuk machines we do, both petrol, which is petrol and LPG, and also the electric variety that we do as a commercial vehicle. We can also do, on special request, we can do electric passenger vehicles. But back to this one that's in front of us for the minute. So this works on dual fuel. You have standard petrol going in one tank. It carries LPG. So you're never going to get stuck for fuel, and it's going to run on fresh air. It's got 230cc, effectively a motorcycle engine. Space for the driver, then open the seats, and you've got into a 3-seater with a little bit of storage at the back of it. Hood can come down if the weather's really nice. At the moment, this is bolted up for the British weather. You've still got the options, obviously, of the side bin open. Quite an easy operation to anyone that's ridden a motorbike before. Not the fastest thing there, but quite a fun vehicle. Comes fully road legal and very, very cheap to run. The commercial vehicle, this one is electric. There's 3 varieties of this particular type of vehicle. The one at the moment, we've got a box on. It also comes as a pickup option, or we've had a cage built that you could use it with a cage on the back as a gardening machine. This has a load capacity of 500 kilos. So for instance, I mean that's a fair amount of weight. Again, this would be something that would be suitable to use for housekeeping, possibly for holiday parks, or even for gardeners moving holiday waste. But a very capable machine. On use in holiday parks because it's quiet, it's extremely cheap to run. I think a full charge is probably about 25 pence, and that gives you about 4 to 5 hours running time depending on the gradients and the terrain that you're covering. Very capable thing. The commercial starting at just under £9,000, with the pedestrian, the one we looked at initially, just under 6,000 plus the VAT. Very economical piece of kit, well worth a look.